do you remember when the cold medicines came off the shelf? And they said, ah, they don't work. And you're thinking, oh my God, I've been using those my entire life. And I always felt like the decongestant definitely helped me. We use them in the hospital all the time, the anesthesiologist all the time for congestion, for the airway, to help during surgery. Like we use it all the time. Benadryl all the time. Mainstay of treatment in medicine are these two very simple, been around forever medications. But the government came out and said they didn't work. And then the FDA forced companies that make these cold medicines to pull everything off the shelf. Now, I thought that was strange. And as it turns out, that response from the government was 2 weeks after a research lab showed that both Benadryl and Sudafed had antiviral properties, interestingly enough, and improved outcomes after COVID. So there was a politically motivated reason for them to pull these over-the-counter medications. Why? I don't know. I think personally, we should know the things that are easy to get to that might help you in situations of a viral outbreak somewhere. So this is a great review article, and it poses the point. We're in the middle of, it was written at the time during a pandemic. This was published in 2023. And people want to know, what can I do to improve my immune system so I don't get some heinous virus? That is fantastic information. And it will go through all and I love it. It goes through some real basic science. It's easy for you to understand. It talks about foods that decrease virus load, the benefit of your microbiome. I can't even tell you that fermented foods are so good for you, whether it's kombucha tea or yogurt or kefir, or sourdough, these things, or sauerkraut, things that are fermented are incredible for your health because it brings in the microbiome, and the microbiome absolutely will help you. And then it talks about the science behind that. Moderate alcohol consumption, and it's in here somewhere, and I know I'm going long, actually improves. Here it is. So while chronic alcohol abuse can worsen things like TB, it can mean that if you got a vaccine, you wouldn't respond to that vaccine. Alcohol is bad for your immune system. However, moderate alcohol consumption enhances your immune response to both infection and any type of vaccination. So my final assessment of the drinking and cancer statement from the Surgeon General is, yes, I agree. Heavy drinking is associated with increased cancer. It is not the cause for the current spike in cancer cases because there's not enough heavy drinkers to get us there, but it is a cause. In like every physician on the planet, I am going to tell you, if you're drinking more than 3 drinks, and consider alcohol, 1 small glass of wine, we're talking about 6 ounces of wine, 6 ounces of beer, or less than 1 ounce of hard alcohol. These are considered servings of alcohol, right? Like putting those jokes. They put wine in this entire bottle and they call it their 1 glass. No. You're now a heavy drinker if you're doing that. But find an organic, non-GMO resveratrol supplement, and I believe you will hit the reason red wine increases your longevity and decreases chronic medical problems. Most likely, you do not have to start drinking for this benefit. You can get the resveratrol. If you do have a drink at night, make it red wine, not white wine. If you're drinking more than 2 glasses of wine per night, you're not only losing that effect, you're damaging yourself. Okay, so you can alter your alcohol consumption as a basis. And in that regard, I agree with the Surgeon General. But I'm going to disagree with the talking heads who say cut everything out cold turkey, and they don't tell you the resveratrol part of it, because there is known science. And I just showed it to you.